Have you ever heard about Angola? Angola. Well, if you ain't never heard about Angola, brother, today we're talking about Angola. What's happening, everybody? Here we talk about the motherland. You want to know anything about any country right here, we're going to talk about it. My name is Zack. I appreciate you and I see you. Thank you for coming here. We want you here. We want you to stay. So please click on the button, subscribe so we can see each other every single day. We come back every single day for you to speak to you about things that really matter to you. Today we're talking about Angola. Here's Angola here. Beautiful place, nice people. You see the map. We're always going to show you the map so you know, so you don't get lost. You cannot begin to think that everybody understands geography. And we here as a family, okay, the goal is for everybody to understand. Now, Angola is a rich country, like most African countries. They have diamonds, they have oil, and many other things. Now, the good news today is what? Angola has discovered a massive amount, reserve of gas. Congratulations, Now, Angola is right here, as you can see. It's an very eccentric country, very interesting. And today we're going to talk about Angola so you can understand a little bit. The early assessment estimates the presence of over 1 trillion feet of natural gas, brother. That's a lot. We're talking about what Russia, trade with, what Saudi Arabia trade with. That's a lot of good right there, okay, to enrich people. But unfortunately, as per history, Angola has traded a lot of oil as well as diamonds. And some of the people are complaining, saying they don't profit from it. We're going to find out about that just now.
This marks Angola's first dedicated gas exploration well, signifying a strategic pivot from its traditional focus on oil towards natural gas development.
I think it's beautiful to diversify what you have. Like you say, you don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? Angola has got a lot of oil and it trades with oil. It booms with oil. Angolan people on average have a lot more money than many Africans. I'm talking about the middle class here. Don't play with it. So it's good to see a country not focus on one thing, because most African countries do that. If they have lithium, they will trade only lithium. If they have cobalt, they will do cobalt until it elapses and they don't know what to do anymore. Now, it's great to see Angola now discovering gas and looking forward to playing with gas. Now, let me put it this way for you as well. Angola is one of the most expensive places in the world. Yes, brother. Luanda is the most expensive city in the world. I'm not sure right now, but I know 2 years ago it was. If it's not anymore, it's probably up there with, you probably thought about Singapore or New York, or I don't know what other place as an expensive. Luanda is the most expensive city in the world for expat, and it's very, very expensive. So getting a house, getting medication, proper security, and it costs a lot of money. So maybe it's somewhere you want to go visit if you have some money, for 3, 4, 5 days perhaps. But to stay, it's going to be very difficult. Now, Angola also has a very, very dark story about landmines. You've heard of landmines. Landmines, you know what it is? It's those devices you put under the ground during war that explode when somebody walks on it and removes his foot and it goes boom. So landmines are very, very dangerous. Now, in the case of Angola, it's happened during the war between the MPLA and the UNITA forces. A very dark story of Africa when black people fight other black people for power. And it's very sad. We're going to talk about that just now. Now, let's focus on landmine. There's plenty of landmines in Angola because the black people fighting each other. We're planting mines. You don't want to shoot somebody or you cannot see him. You plant mines hoping that he's going to walk onto the mine and go again. Unfortunately, they did not record all the place they put the mines. The war lasted for about 30 years. And after 30 years of planting mines, it has rendered the place one of the most dangerous places in the world. And many people are unalive there. Many people working in agriculture, many people trying to explore the forest are found victims of these mines.
Landmines continues to claim lives, estimated 88,000 casualties since the Civil War. Around 5,000 plus annually continue globally.
With mines, you need to find strategies to try to demine the place, because you cannot use the lands if there's mines. You cannot develop agriculture in lands you don't know where the mines are. It's dangerous. But you need to find strategies to demine. one of the strategies is they use rat. The rat that you don't want in your house. Yeah, you don't want rat in your house, but they use some of the smart rat that are trained to go and find mines. Interesting, right?
Organizations such as Apopo deploy trained rats and manual teams to clear hazardous area and educate communities. In 2024, they cleared about 1 million square meters in Kwanza Sul and reached thousands via risk education sessions.
So they use these rats to demand the place. That's Angola for you. Beautiful place, lovely human, my brother, beautiful women. Look at that. That's an Angolan lady. This one is also an Angolan lady. Oh, and this one too. They have charisma and character. I'm telling you. Kumentau, Tash Fazal. They don't play. Those one are not cheap when you will spend $500, $100. No, you need to. Okay, anyway, let's stay focused. I know you like Nyash too much. Okay. Now, South Africa. Here's South Africa on a map. It's a beautiful place, lovely place. I suggest you go visit it. Very, very diverse. You want to see some of something, you're going to find in South Africa. You're looking for a little bit of Greek culture, you'll find in South Africa. Some of the Brazilians, you'll find in South Africa. You're looking for the German community, German food, you're going to find in South Africa. You're looking for Italian, you're going to find in South Africa. You're looking for Africa, you're going to find in South Africa. Anyway, now, South Africa is also been doing some work in Angola. What is it? Been trying to recuperate the bodies of South Africans that ran from South Africa during apartheid. Let me give you context. In 1949, white people in South Africa made it official. It was the apartheid, which separated black people from white people. So black could not attend white people's schools. They could not mingle. They could not have you know what I'm trying to say there. Yeah, they could not eat together in a restaurant, not drink from the same water fountain. They could not sleep in the same hotels. They could not go to the same schools and stuff like that. And don't try to look at the white girls' nyash. Even though there's no nyash, but yeah, you get the context. Now, after that, it was a very painful moment for Africans, black people in South Africa. A lot of them struggled, a lot of them trying to fight back, and many were unalived. Now, the stronger one that couldn't stay there while fighting flee the country, trying to look for a space where they could organize to come back. Some went to Angola, many of them, in fact. They stayed there fighting the apartheid regime that was supported by America, in fact. However, as you would know, life is very fragile. Many were unalived in Angola, not necessarily by being, anything, but naturally. So they identified about 400 people identified already in Angola that South African government wants to go to Angola and recuperate and take back the bodies, and the deceased so they can bury them in the ancestral country. However, it's been very difficult because many of these people have been buried in places that are potentially dangerous with mines. So the South African government, in a negotiation with an Australian company, are trying to demine some of the area to get the South African people that were unalived in Angola bodies to get back in South Africa. Now let's talk about the war. Brother, there's something about Africans. Like I always say, I always tell you the truth, whether you triggered or not. I don't know how Africans are like Africans. I'm sorry. I don't know how ready Africa is for democracy, and rule of law. I feel like Africans are very kind when they're struggling. I'm just going to be honest with you. Yes, Africans are very kind with each other when they maybe I'm wrong, but as soon as one has power, as soon as there's the ability, as soon as my bread is better than yours, as soon as my space is better than yours, as soon as they have to compete for power, then you see where the evil comes. That's self-explanatory. I'm going to give you an example. In the Congo, the DRC, they were all struggling against the dictator for 7 years. Now, they came together as a team trying to work against the dictator. As soon as they removed the dictator from power, they started unaliving each other for power from different political parties. Let me restart. People from various backgrounds came together to try to take away the dictator. As soon as they took away the dictator, they started unaliving each other and sending one another to prison instead of working together. In South Africa, they fought for a long time against apartheid. Yes, white people apartheid, where white was superior. Everybody clap a hand for South Africa. It's a beautiful place. They've struggled. They've done great. It's beautiful until you really get inside. Then you understand what really occurs. Well, in South Africa, there are what you call political killings among black people. Oh, sorry. You didn't know about that? Well, you better know about that. Yes, right now, a major news from a police general that is accusing some high-end political people from backing political killings. They instruct police officers to make disappear some dockets that involve people that unalive political rivals. Why? Because if the prosecution goes through, their names could be named into the prosecution, and that's not a good thing. Let's get back to Angola. The civilian war in Angola was from 1960 1975. The Angolan Civil War was one of the longest and most devastating conflicts in Africa. The War of Independence of Angola was from 1961 to 1975. So black people fought against Portuguese because Angola was colonized by the Portuguese. Yes, Portugal. Yes, Angola. Look at the distance. They left there since 18 whatever. They left there many years. They were in that part of Africa for 400 years, colonizing these people. 400 years. And stealing, looting, taking away, raping, violating these people's rights. Now, these people came together. Obviously, you have a common enemy. As a nation, you come together to fight him. Angolan people from different places fought against the Portuguese people. In 1975, they defeated the Portuguese and they left. They got independence. Now, there were three groups that were fighting the Portuguese. The MPLA, the UNITA, and the FNLA. Now, the three groups took power. When they took power, they didn't want to work together. The MPLA took the capital and said, we are the government now. Now, the UNITA and the FNLA were not happy. They said, no, you can't do it this way. Maybe we should be the government, not you. Brother, they forgot that they were fighting black people. They started fighting each other. For 30 years, almost crazy. Like, they unalive about 400,000. It was crazy. Planting mines, it was bad. Now, the MPLA was supported by the Soviets and Cuba. UNITA was supported by Americans and South Africa. Again, America was supporting South Africa at the time, which was apartheid regime. So you have African people fighting each other for the interest of the West and the East. Crazy stuff. It's only 2002. They unalived this man, who was the leader of UNITA, that the war ended. That's when UNITA say, you know what, we're not going to fight anymore. Let's just get out of the bush and form a political party that has absolutely zero power today. This is a very sad situation because Africans, for most cases, and I'm going to tell you the truth every time, even if you hate it, when you give them power, they unalive each other. I'm sorry. Even in America, you know, it's this is my turf. You ain't going to tell me nothing. Yeah, we know that. Bronwyn, what's his name? Oh, Sean, they've shot Sean. Yeah, it's black people with black people. It's the same thing. I don't know why you don't know how to share. Why don't you know how to share? Share the power, share the meat, share the bread. Just be happy for the next person if he's doing good in life. Why do you always want to be the center of everything? The boss, the number one, the first of achieving. I don't get that. And this is not limited to Angola. Let's go to South Sudan. You see this South Sudan. Used to be one country named Sudan. It was the biggest country in Africa. The South was filled with black people. The North with Arabic people, you know, looking like Arabs. Well, the South was complaining, saying the North doesn't take care of us. They only look after each other. We want our own country. They started fighting each other. They fought so hard. The South said, we want our own country. The black people, we want our own country. Finally, they got their own country. They are the youngest country in the world. Yes. Now, guess what happened after? Just a couple of months later, they started unaliving each other bad. 400,000 people. The Dinkas and the Nuer. Yeah, ethnic people. You know, these are the Dinkas, you can see. They're very tall, dark skin color. They're some of the tallest people in the world. They fought each other bad. You heard about all these stories. You hear about Darfur. It's also sent, crazy stuff. Why can't you live together? Look, the biggest oppressor of the black man is the black man. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. I'm telling you. If you don't like the truth, you can go to those channels where they rap you. Yeah, Donald Trump has been. Yeah, go listen to those guys, those content creators. You're going to be happy with them. Not here. We're going to call you to reason every single time. If you see another person that looks just like you and you feel hatred, you must ask yourself, what happened to me? There's something wrong with you. And I'm not saying all people that look like you are good. No, you need to treat every person based on their personal morality. Not because they look like something you've known in the past that is negative. That's not how you do it. And now we're going to Cameroon. This is Cameroon. You heard of Cameroon before? Well, Cameroon, there's a president. This is the president. His name is Paul Biya. Well, Paul Biya is 92 years old. Yes. Paul Biya has been in power since 1982. How many 40 years is that? Many, many years. Making him one of the world's longest serving leaders.
In 2008, he abolished presidential term limit, enabling infinite re-election. His 2018 victory granted to him over 71% of votes amid opposition claims of irregularity, low turnout, and security challenges.
I mean, can you imagine a person who's been in power for over 40 years getting 71% vote? Is that correct? I don't know. You let me know how you feel about it. So Paul Biya say he's going to be president again. Now, do you think this is a decision of his to be president again for the 7th time? He's been in power for almost 50 years. Or do you think it's perhaps people around him? You know, African people will render even the nicest president, turn him into a dictator. Sometimes people come up with good ideas, okay? Leaders of political parties. But people around them transform those people into dictators. How? By telling them, listen, you worked very hard to get here. Are you going to leave power just like that? But what about all these years of you investing yourself? Oh, come on, man. Let's eat. This is our opportunity. God gave you. They even bring God into it. God gave us this power. This is a power given to you by God. You want to release it. That's what it is. Is Africa ready for democracy? I'm just asking you a question. Let me know how you feel about this. God bless.